What's up, dirty dogs?
What up, everybody? It's good to see you. It is good to see you, ladies and gentlemen. We're early. We're early a few minutes. What's up, Dion? What's up, Matt? What's up, Daniel? What's up, Dieter? What's up, Allison? What's up, Walter? Good to see you guys. Stay tuned. How are yous? How are yous? You guys ready for this? Is you guys rainy birdies? You guys ready to get kicked out by YouTube? Are you all stoned yet? Nope, sir. When I just woke up. In fact, I just had a English muffin with a couple scoops of cottage cheese, and now here's my coffee. Fed the cat. I'm ready to go. Yes, rest in peace, Del Toro, man. We lost a good one yesterday, Fernando Valenzuela. And speaking of that, I want to say that he was here 6 months ago. Pretty sure we saw him here, and they were giving him an award. So, yeah, rest in peace to Fernando Valenzuela, man. Kind of knew he was not doing well. When he was here, he looked thin. Then he really looked thin, and then he took an absence from the Dodgers for his health, and you know what? Sad deal, man. He, he was definitely one of the biggest crowd favorites ever here. Took the Dodgers by storm as a rookie, kept his name clean throughout baseball. Never heard anything bad about Fernando. Then went on to be the play-by-play on the Spanish side, Spanish simulcast with Jaime Jarrín. So it was a sad day. He's a fantastic guy, the most dominant Mexican-born pitcher ever to play the game by far. Not to say there haven't been plenty of great Mexican pitchers, but none like Fernando. So, rest in peace for Fernando, man. Sad deal, man. Hi, Terry. How are you? What's up, BJ? Oh, and Serwin?
Welcome.
Yeah, 81 MVP. I believe he's the Rookie of the Year. I mean, it's tough enough to find a lefty that's even decent, but to find a left-hander that's that good right off the jump. And you could just see how he took the Dodger world by storm. They absolutely created Fernando Mania, and it was true. There was straight Fernando. Like they have Hulkamania, there was straight Fernando Mania. I know that, there's been many, many great Latin ball players to come through, but I don't think there's any that literally left their mark the way Fernando did. And again, that's no disrespect to any of the others. It's just he was just that special. He was that good. He's always had a smile on his face, always. You know what I mean? And funny enough as it is, I sold the Fernando autograph that I had, and man, it went quick too. I think a lot of people were kind of speculating whether he was going to pass or not. And that kind of happens when you have autographs up of players who are currently alive, of course, and they know how difficult it'll be to get them later, because obviously they won't be able to sign them, and then the people that have them hoard them and ask 4, 5, 10 times what they're worth, really. So yeah, Cy Young, Rookie of the Year. Well, CY winner, sorry, the CY winner. I loved when she said that. That's what she called him, right? Now that I think about it, she called him a CY award winner instead of the Cy Young award. She said he was a CY award winner. So here we go. Finally, we got it going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it.
Council today is Wednesday, the 23rd day of October 2024. My name is Marquis Harris Dawson. I serve as
And let's see if they say anything about him.
Comment will be
See if
taken
they
both in
honor
person
him.
in the council chamber and via teleconference.
They may
for
at the
today's
very
meeting.
end.
Can we begin our proceedings by calling the roll?
Yes, Mr. President. Blumenfeld.
Oh, look,
De
he's
Leon,
wearing a
Parrish, Dawson,
Dodger
Hernandez,
old
Hutt,
school
Corcoran,
Fernando
Lee, McOsker,
fucking
Padilla,
jacket.
Park,
De
Price,
Leones.
Raman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky. 10 members present in the quorum, Mr. President.
And really
All right,
quickly,
first order of business.
Approval of the minutes of August
really quickly,
24.
Councilmember
yesterday De Leon was in the news
Price,
because the lady that's fighting to take his
Resolutions
seat
for approval.
got caught on
Councilmember
tape
Blumenfeld moves,
saying "fuck the
Councilmember Lee
police"
seconds.
and
Let's run through the agenda.
and she apparently doesn't like
Items 1 through
police,
14 are items
and
which please
that
have items 15
when
through
asked
23
about
are
it, she's
items
like,
which
"Well,
public
I was
hearings have
just
not been held.
I was just
Item
referring to
24
a
is a
song
closed
by
session
Rage
item
Against the
considered by the
Machine, you know,
planning and
killing in the
zoning
name of."
And
and
items
this, that, and the
25 and
other,
26 are
and-
closed
but I don't
session
remember
items
them
considered
saying,
by
"Fuck the
Budget, Finance,
police."
and Innovation Committee.
All right, members, we have any specials?
So yeah, I don't know.
And
Specials
sir,
to
if
my
I may,
right.
I swear, man,
Item
it's like
27
you
is a
have to
closed
be a
session item for which public
disgusting
hearing has not been held.
anti-American human piece
Item
of
27,
shit
obviously, be a closed
to be
session.
on this
Items-
fucking dais or
Okay.
dais or horseshoe, whichever you
Seeing no more
prefer.
to my right, Councilmember Hernandez.
Hi, Council President.
Yankees in
Item
five,
number
all right.
special for comments.
Item number 5 for comments for Councilmember Hernandez. Any others?
Fernando's rookie cards aren't too much, Mike. You know, because remember he's only
All
got
right.
the
which
tops
items
and the
are
fleer.
available to us? Actually, let's
I
go
don't
to.
even think he has a. I don't think they were making
do you have
Donruss in
BFI,
'81.
Uh,
I think Donruss.
items that were heard in
He
committee.
may have
Yes,
a Donruss
item
one.
item
I'm
25
not
and 26
sure.
were heard in
I know he
committee.
has a
Those
fleer
are
and
two out
tops.
of the
Everybody wants the
four.
tops.
And those
They're not
I believe can
expensive.
be
You
heard
could
in
probably
open
get one for
session.
$20.
We concurred with the city attorney's.
I mean, if it's in
recommendation.
perfect
Okay.
shape, graded 10,
All
it's
right. So
probably
what's available
1,000.
for
I
us
don't.
to
I don't
vote on at
know.
this time?
Haven't looked.
Mr. President, in regards to the closed session items 24 through 26, for item 24,
I can tell
in the
you it's
government
worth
claim
more
presented
now
by
today
claimant
than it is
9712
yesterday,
Oak Pass
unfortunately.
Road, LLC, there is a recommendation to reject the claimant's offer of settlement. For item 25, in the case entitled Wagner Hollier versus City of Los
Dodgers
Angeles,
will sweep?
there's a
I
recommendation
don't know
to
about that.
expend up to $190,000
I don't think either team will
in
sweep, to be
settlement.
honest.
And
In
for
my
item
opinion, I think
26,
they're
in the case
both too
entitled
good.
In regards Bird
not
Global
gonna happen.
Incorporated, there's a recommendation to expend
no
up to
way.
$1 million in settlement.
See, and I might
right.
as well put a shitty title because
So,
either
what's
way, we're
before
not
us at
getting
this
the
time?
numbers we should be.
The council may now vote on items 24 through 26.
There's audience
All right,
in there.
those
I
items
saw
are
a
now
few
before us.
people.
Let's open the
What's
roll.
up, Richard? Good morning.
close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
All right. Let me see the quick.
11 eyes.
Is the plum item. 25 and 26 are the ones we heard in budget.
Okay,
That is
thank you for
correct.
So,
Okay.
Anyway, so
I mean, here's a
didn't know if we were
PSA
going to close
8
session on 24,
for
but that's
$99
We're
bucks
going
or
to
best
close session
offer.
on 27, I think. Yeah.
See, here's a guy who has a Fleer 81 Fleer
All right,
PSA 10, and he's asking
opened
$750
and closed
bucks
the
for
roll.
it, but he
Can we
doesn't.
get a
He ain't
tabulation?
getting it. So, yeah. See, some of his cards again. It just depends. You
11
know
eyes.
how good the condition is.
All right, what's next?
Mr. President, the
Today's
council
what?
may now vote on
23rd?
items
Okay,
1
so
through 4.
one sold this morning for
All right,
40
and
bucks.
6 through
Another one
14.
sold for 20 bucks
All
this
right, those
morning.
items are now
Another
before
one
us.
sold
Let's
for
open the
8
roll,
bucks this morning.
close the roll,
Another one sold for
tabulate the
5
vote.
bucks this morning.
11 eyes.
They like the tops one because Mike Sosha's on
right,
there,
what's next?
along with
The
Fernando.
council may now consider item 5
know,
called
Socia
special
was
by
a crowd
Councilmember
kinda
Hernandez
favorite.
for comments.
All right, Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. Colleagues,
think it'll go
strongly
6,
urge your
Frank.
aye vote on this item. Our 49 boards and commissions
so,
make
too.
crucial decisions on issues like housing, transportation, and civil rights that affect the lives of every
Salvador?
resident. However, many non-English speakers cannot fully understand or engage in these meetings, leaving their voices unheard. I propose this motion to close the translation and interpretation services gap at city board and commission meetings, which prevents many Angelinos from participating in our city's decision-making process that impact their quality of life. We have witnessed cases where residents could not participate virtually due to the lack of translation services, and many face economic or transportation barriers to attending in person, making comprehensive translation services essential.
Nothing will happen to him, will it?
Wraparound translation services ensure residents' testimonies
Fight fan, thank you for the
is translated into
33
English, while the entire
months.
meeting is translated into a language they understand. This motion also aims
Thanks,
to
Fight
expand wraparound services,
Right,
wraparound
August
services
11th,
beyond Spanish,
right? That's what I
covering
thought,
other key
BJ.
languages
I knew he
spoken
was
in
just
Los
in
Angeles,
there.
such as Korean, Armenian, Chinese, Filipino, and Farsi. Let's ensure equity, inclusion, and language access. And in order to do that, let's pass this motion. I urge your support to ensure language is never a barrier to civic engagement for any Angelino. Thank you.
Well, as
Thank you
many
so much,
immigrants as we
Councilmember
may
Hernandez.
have,
Let's
we have
open the
more
roll on
people
this
that
item.
aren't not immigrants than
Close
are.
the roll. Tabulate the vote.
Yeah, there's not many people in
11
there
eyes.
today. That's for
All right,
sure.
what's next?
The
Certainly
council
not
will
like it
now
was
proceed to
yesterday.
public comment.
They
All right,
were
let's
all
resume the
paraded in. I
instructions
told
for
you, they
public
probably went
comment
on the
for
street,
record,
gave them each
and
20
proceed
bucks
with
and a
public comment
t-shirt and
first.
said, come in and say
Thank you,
rent's
Mr.
too damn
President.
high.
As
And that's all you got to
indicated on the
do.
agenda,
Just say it.
members of
Rent's
the
too damn
public
high.
wishing to offer
And then
public
walk
comment
away.
should call
Okay.
669-254-5252
I really believe that.
and
Call
use
me,
meeting ID
say what you
number
want. I believe it.
160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you to press star 6 to mute.
They were
And
already
repeat,
last
call
night at Dodger Stadium, Mike, leaving flowers.
5252 and use meeting
They
ID
did the
number
same when Vinny died, Vin Scully.
160-535-8466 and then press pound.
The flowers
Then
started a
press
little
pound again when
memorial
prompted
for him.
participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting,
I'm
press
telling you,
star
they
9
loved
to
him,
request
man.
to speak.
He was
When it
one
is
of
your
the
turn to
most
speak,
loved
an automated
Dodgers
Zoom
ever,
voice will ask
Fernando
you to press
Valenzuela.
star 6 to unmute.
Like him or not.
To people providing public comment, when it is your turn to speak, either at the podium or on the phone,
And
please
Angelino,
state
someone
which of the
who's
agenda items
lives in
you'd like
Los
to speak to.
Angeles.
You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total
Look
for
at
the
De
items
Leon with his
open for
Dodger
public comment.
shit on.
We will tell you
back
when your
there.
time is up.
See it?
When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move
I
on to
don't
the
think
next
he's got a
speaker.
statue up there. I mean, I haven't
The
been there for
items that are
5 years,
open for
Kevin.
public comment on the agenda
remember we were
today
talking about that
are
last
items
night. They might have put
15
one up.
through
I don't know.
23 and item
But I
27.
don't think so.
So again, the items on the agenda that are open for
Lakers
public
and
comment
Kings
are
have
items
gotten a lot of
15
statues
through
in front of
23
Staples
and
Center
item
or
27.
crypto.
Members of the public may also
Dodgers,
speak for
not
up to
so
1
much.
minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items
rest in peace
or
to El
anything
Toro,
else in
man.
the city's subject matter jurisdiction. For members of the public calling in, when it is your turn to speak, an automated message from Zoom will prompt you to press star 6 to unmute yourself. If you do not do so, council staff will prompt you once more. At that point, you need to immediately unmute yourself, or unfortunately, you will forfeit your speaking time and we will have to move on to the next caller. Because of a brief time delay between the live meeting and the broadcast, there are two things that are important. First, while waiting for your turn to speak, please keep an ear to the
Yeah, he
phone.
was
so
too
you know
young
in
to go.
real time
63
when
is
it is your turn
really
to press
young.
star 6 to unmute. Second, if you're
He must
listening to
have
this
had some
meeting
sort
on,
of
on another
illness.
device, please turn down the volume on that device immediately when it's your turn to speak. Between the feedback
'Cause he was
and
in
the
pretty
time
nice
delay,
shape,
it will cause
too.
a great deal of confusion if you continue to listen on your other devices.
Oh, you don't hate him, Miss
One final
Angelique. Miss
instruction for
Angelique,
now,
you know, he may be single.
Please wait.
Got a
to
great
hear
job.
your name called before
Dresses
lining
nice
up
every
on
day.
the left side. of
Makes
the
a
council chambers.
$250,000
If
a
you
year
would like to
probably, or
provide
damn
public
near.
comment on the agenda items or just general public comment, please make sure you sign up
What's
using
not
the
to like?
kiosks in the back. Thank you.
I will be calling 5 names at a time.
November 1st, he
First
would have
is
been
Sister
63. Oh,
Estella.
man. Just shy.
Rabbi Bradenberg, Enri Marini, Stacy Cigar Bollinger, and Worship Scientology.
Worship Scientology. That's the one I want to hear, huh? Oh, I think that's the guy coming up next. Oh, look, 3-inch shrimp.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
All available items, please.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Jesus loves you. He is the ultimate attorney to save your soul. The loophole is to repent and
So
ask
this
for
is not on the
forgiveness.
agenda, so please stick to the agenda items or I'm going to move you to general public comment.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Okay, so
Thy
we've asked you
kingdom
to get
come,
on
thy will be
to
done
the agenda
on
items.
earth as
You have
it
not
is
done
in
so.
heaven.
You have 1 minute for general public comment.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation,
So,
but
Speaker-
deliver us from evil. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and
Speaker, I
blessed is
need
the
you to
fruit of
connect
thy
this to
womb,
something
Jesus.
that is
She's
within
following
the
the
subject matter
smoker on
jurisdiction
Twitter.
of
Pray
the
for us
city.
sinners now and at the hour of
So
our death.
if you do
Amen.
not do so, then you're going to forfeit the rest of your time. So just please
Glory be to the
connect.
Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit,
All right.
as it was in the
So,
beginning, is now, and
Mr.
ever shall
President,
be.
this does not
world
appear to be
without
within the
end.
subject matter
Herman's
Amen.
there.
jurisdiction of
Looks
the
like
city. I've
Harlan's
asked
there.
politely for the
Mr.
speaker
Harlan.
to connect it to something and has not
Audit
done
LA.
so. Would you like the speaker to
3-inch
forfeit their
shrimp.
time?
Stacy. I see all of them there.
God bless you. God bless America. Thank you.
God bless America.
So just as a reminder,
Oh,
to
here we go.
everybody
Viewer
here,
discretion
we're
is
waiting for Mr.
advised.
Herman to come out.
It's coming in quick.
When it comes to general public comment, it is broad, but you still need to speak to something that's within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city.
Here we go. Look at his face. He's already ready. Look at that face. He's ready. Miss Angelique, I'm trying to tell you, you never know.
Good morning. So you have 3 minutes for the item.
He might be hung like a
for
horse,
general public
too.
Comment.
I brought the cash box for item regarding budget and finances because this is the only way you steal money is that you bring a box or a brown bag so that these criminals here.
So, Mr. Herman, this sounds like general public comment. Which item are you speaking
I'm
to?
talking about the budget, innovations, and committees on October 9th. That's item 26, 27. So I am on topic, Mr. Grope. So listen, Mr. Pumpkin, I'm just trying to talk about the LLC versus the City of Los Angeles
Mr. Pumpkin.
on a matter that arises from the airports. That's all.
Then speak to that and not the budget
Yeah,
generally.
but you can't tell my
Please
mind.
continue,
Look.
or I'm gonna
I'm
move you
not
to
trying
general
to be
public comment.
vulgar. I'm not trying to be offensive or abrasive. But you tend to push my mental health.
Appreciate that, and you can speak to that. You can insult me during general
Listen,
public comment if you'd like.
I
But for now,
suffer from a
please stick to the
disability,
agenda
sir.
items.
I suffer from a disability, and I find you very racist and discriminatory towards my personality. We have a conflict here? I don't believe so. So let me go on to my item. Shut the fuck up, please. So, yeah, when it comes to situations like what we're experiencing, folks, like, for example, stay on topic. Okay, let's go to CD1. CD1 off of the South Avenues, this property at 147 South Avenue. This case involving 750119 regarding the assessor. I find rent, rape, escrow offensive. While people are living on our streets and your dumb mayor gets up there and makes that offensive speech about homelessness and the crisis of veterans, I think it's time again that Judge Carter have you audit and find out what the fuck is happening with this West Sunset Boulevard case as well. Because people shouldn't be stripped of their homes. You're just creating more homelessness. You're still creating a crisis on vulgarity of homelessness. I call it vulgarity because in my mind, Mr. Grote, in my mind, that's how I picture it. And if I can't be myself, a fucking faggot, then who am I supposed to be? Who am I supposed to be? Mommy Ramanudo talked about unisex. I'm unisexual. What's wrong with that?
Okay, so again, I need you to get back on topic. I'm going to move you to general.
Yeah. So again, I'm just pointing out that due to the fact that I'm disabled and you take advantage of me, you should learn to stop that immediately. This is my city. This is my state. We run this country.
Okay,
and now
so
into my general public comment. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've known me for years. You've known me time after time that I've been a very popular person in Los Angeles. Matter of fact, I call myself the mayor. And Smoke and Scan is the pro tempore mayor of my condition. They support me, and I thank them for that. However, when Weezer, Wesson, Englander, and Tom LaBonge forced me into homelessness while I was at home having a mental breakdown and lost my life of living in Boyle Heights, you are the cause of it. So don't reflect me as a bad person. I never was a bad person. You can read everything on YouTube about me, and a matter of fact, it's all fucking true. Fuck you, Grote.
It's all true.
So while we're waiting for the next speaker to come
Fucking
up,
love it.
I would just remind anybody who is experiencing homelessness or would like services, including the last speaker, just let the sergeants know, and we can see if there's somebody who can talk to you. So,
Yeah, get me my fucking medication.
Please do not interrupt this meeting, Mr. Herman, but I mean it genuinely. If you would like assistance, please let the sergeants know. Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Yeah, it's Henry Marini, and this will be for items 15 to 20, as well as general public comment, please.
So you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
So I'm looking at all of these housing department motions, and strangely enough, none of them have any fiscal nor community impact statements submitted. I find it bizarre that for something so important as determining whether somebody is on the street or can have shelter over their head, it's disgusting that no such comments to the public have been stated, yet all of these interactions with all these motions can easily go behind the scenes and making determinations on whether your citizens have a roof over their head or not. I wonder if any of this, and I'm making an analogy here, so please, City Attorney Representative, stay with me, okay? I'm going to guide you through this step by step. I'm going to guide you through this analogy. It's going to be a very beautiful one, too, but it is on topic, I promise you. So I'm going to guide you through this analogy of how no oversight is being done with Karen Bass's Inside Safe program, just like there's been no public submissions of fiscal nor community impact statements on none of these motions that specifically are coming from LA Housing.
Walter, thank you, Walter.
How is it that 2 items related to
You rock,
housing
Walter.
of
Thank you.
Angelinos have 0 such reports in the public's eyes? Inside Safe has no such reports, neither does any of these motions for LAHD. And we know $17,000 per month per person is what Inside Safe is hemorrhaging to line the pockets of all the nonprofit organizations that are doing business and sheltering these individuals in roach motels. We've seen the street sweeps from people like William Good from the police LA, as well as
so you
shot
started
into
off on the
22
REAP
millimeter.
items. We need you to get back to REAP.
How
You can
about
speak to this during
continue
general,
letting me
though.
do my topic, right? Because I'm making an analogy. So if you can't understand that, unfortunately, your law degree was a complete waste of time. And with that, I'll go ahead and move to my general public comment
So
now.
you have
Thank
1
you very
minute. Go
much.
ahead.
That was funny.
You have so many people here today all protesting the fact that Heidi Soto is a corrupt piece of shit who colludes with Scientology to protect Chomos. All right, she's under investigation thanks to me. You have me to thank for that. Look me in the fucking eye.
What's he
as I
eating,
tell
a
you
donut?
That the Chief Trial Counsel of California State Bar is investigating her ass, and so is the City Ethics Commission. And next will be the feds knocking on your door. We have receipts, we have events, especially you, De Leon. Look at me in the eyes as I'm talking to you right now. This isn't a fucking joke, all right? You have people in this council chamber that are protecting Chomos, and we know all about it. We see you. The world sees you. We do not forgive. We do not forget. You have me to thank for that, Heidi. I also own your name, Heidi Soto. I own your name too, Karen Bass. Do not ever fucking forget me. I will protest outside if it comes to it. And Hugo, you piece of shit. You have no fucking spine, and you left the room yesterday as I was talking emotions, particularly pertaining to your district. You're next on my list. All right, you're on my shit list, so fuck you too, Hugo.
You're on my shit list. All 3-inch shrimp. Look at his shirt.
Good morning. I would like to speak on everything. I'll start with item number 15. I am here to support this property, 2239 South Alsace Avenue. It's because this property
I don't know that, Dad, maybe.
provide a lot of community services. And then whenever people do not have enough food, they go to this property for help. Whenever people do not have access to clean water, when their council members do not respond to their water request, they come to this community, they came to this property, and then the property landowners and then the tenants in there, they have been working collaboratively to provide more drinking water, to provide more non-expired food to the community, especially for the people experiencing homeless like myself.
So, Speaker, which item are you speaking to? You
that
mentioned
is number
15. But 15 is a REAP item. It's a rent escrow. You know.
Right. So I'm here to support this property. Next one is item 16. Again, I hear you. Mr. Attorney. This is about rent escrow account program. Okay. And then I'm here to support this property, 2857 East Cincinnati Street. It's because this property is one of the most important property in the city of Los Angeles. Why is that? Because it provides health care to Los Angelinos. So when people who do not have access to Medicare, people do not have access to medication, to Tylenol, to painkillers, they came this property for assistance. That's the reason why I'm here to support this property. And then even though this is about rent escrow account, because I am here to support removing this property from that account. So that's the connection between my public comment, that how it relates and it connects to this agenda item. And then now, next one is item number 17. It's about rent escrow account program. I hear you. You don't have to remind me. I'm here to support this property, to remove this property from that escrow account. The reason is this property support our LAPD. This property support public safety. So whenever people who are experiencing domestic violence, people who are experiencing rape, people are victim of the sexual trafficking on Figueroa Street, they were able to come to this property for help. Because the council member doesn't help, now who is going to help our community who are victimized by the criminals on the street? No. Our council member? No. Mayor? No. But this property, yes. I'm glad, I'm so proud to call this property my home. It's because I received so many peer support after being raped in Figueroa for numerous times. Now, continue to my general public comment. Amo a las personas transgénero en Los Angeles.
I love it when he speaks Spanish.
I love transgender people in Los Angeles.
Apoyo las actividades transgénero en Los Angeles.
I support transgender activity in Los Angeles.
Amo a todos los miembros transgénero del consejo.
I love all the transgender members on the council.
Porque no tenemos ningún miembro transgénero del consejo.
Why don't we have any transgender members on the council?
Esto es discriminación de género.
This is gender discrimination.
Necesitamos más representación transgénero en el Consejo de la Ciudad.
We need more transgender representation on the city council.
Todos deberían ser transgénero en Los Angeles.
Love it.
Everyone should be transgender in Los Angeles.
Mi padre es una persona transgénero.
My father is a transgender person.
Así que mi padre es mi madre.
My dad is my
which
mom.
makes my father my mother.
Mi madre es una persona transgénero.
My mother is a transgender person.
Así que mi madre es mi padre.
So that makes my mother my father.
Todos en mi familia son transgénero.
Everyone in my family is transgender.
Amo a mi familia transgénero.
I love my transgender family.
Terry, let's go, Terry.
Más personas
Thank you,
transgénero
Terry.
en Los Angeles.
We need more transgender people in Los Angeles.
Amamos a los oficiales de policía transgénero.
We love transgender police officers.
I'm telling you, I love Spanish even more when I hear
that
3M
speaker begins,
shrimp
just
speak
as a
it.
reminder again,
It's so much
anybody
more
who's
awesome.
experiencing homelessness, including the last speaker, if you let us know
Ow,
which
why are you
district
biting
you are currently
Dee?
residing on, or if you need assistance, please let the sergeants know.
What are
Good
you
morning.
biting Pop for?
Which items would you like to speak to?
All items, please, and general public comment.
So you have 3 minutes for
Get
the
out
items
of
and 1 minute
here.
for general. Please
Get-
begin with the items.
Get out of the
Thank
room.
you.
Get out of the room.
The rent
Get out.
escrow account program,
Get out of the room. You don't
otherwise
wanna be
known
mean
as
and
REAP,
bite me.
is implemented when landlords are too negligent to
So
keep
mean to me.
their end
Get
of
outta
the
here.
bargain on their own units lease and city code. So then what happens to the tenant's rent money? It goes into an account and sits in there waiting for the negligent landlord to restore necessities. But then
love
what?
bite.
Reap, reap, reap.
Oh, look who just walked in.
Doesn't seem
Look who just walked in.
right. What we need is a break for the tenant if their unit's not right. Why should a landlord fill up their pocket if they don't hold up their end of the contract? Reap, reap, reap. I've got a fun idea, council. How about a rent freeze for any tenant in a unit currently under reap? It could help everybody if tenants could keep their money. I'm not kidding. Really, really, really. Reap, reap, reap. Doesn't seem right.
Hold my lighter up.
What we need is a break for the tenant if their unit's not right. Why should a landlord fill up their pocket if they don't hold up their end of the contract? Reap, reap, reap. If you want to close these REAP accounts, that's okay with me. But why can't the tenants get something for lacking habitability? Reap, 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 reap. REAP is a fucking landlord giveaway. It's really just fucking over a tenant who doesn't have habitability in their unit. They don't get a break. They just get to put their rent money in a secret account that the landlord gets access to once they've restored whatever it is in their unit. So, I mean, you know, when I worked in restaurants, if you ordered something, say, a steak and mashed potatoes and a glass of wine, and I brought you the mashed potatoes and some water, do you think you should still have to pay me for the steak and the wine if I promise to get it to you in a few weeks? That doesn't make any sense. You would expect to not have to pay for any of the meal if it wasn't what you ordered, right? And if tenants are at a loss because they're lacking what's in their contract, I don't understand why landlords get to keep that money. So I'll move on to general public comment now.
Get out of here.
Yesterday was quite the display of indignance from this body. It's quite amazing how Nithya went from making statements to the LA Times about how unfit Kevin De Leon is to lead, and now she seconds his motions. She's glad to have him on committees. She won't call a point of order when the president is acting indignantly towards the public. Speaking of which, Marquise and Ulysses are having a nice little chat here. Fuck this guy. Fuck you, Kevin. Fuck your Dodgers jacket. Who paid for that? And by the way, who are these people over here that Kevin is shaking hands with? Are these lobbyists? I don't know who these people are, but there's a certain type of person that when they come through, they get first-class treatment, and then all the council body likes to schmooze with them. Are they lobbyists? I would like to know who you guys are. Shout out to Richard Serrano and Richard Hopp. Thank you for lunch and Taco Tuesday.
There you go, Richard. There you go. You got your
Yuritsa
shout out.
Gonzalez, Patty Wong, Nam Kum.
Fuck your
Kim,
Dodgers jacket.
Julian
Is she a Yankees
Alexander
fan?
Makara, Goat Development,
Goat Development.
Defender of Ants, Miss Lupia Una.
Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items
Fuck
you'd like to
this
speak
guy.
Yeah, my name is Yaritza Gonzalez, and I'm doing general public comment.
to. Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Yaritza Gonzalez, and I'm here on behalf of Carecen,
What's
the
up,
Central
political
American
smoker?
Resource Center. We wanted to bring to your attention that the immigrant community is concerned about the appointment of Jim McDonald as the LAPD Chief of Police. During McDonald's tenure as the Los Angeles County Sheriff from 2014 to 2018, there were entanglements between the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department with
no love.
ICE to transfer
deserve no
immigrants to arrest, detention, and deportation.
Bad boy.
As a result, families were separated not at the border, but right here in Los Angeles. The city of Los Angeles can ensure that its resources, property, and personnel are not being utilized for any federal immigration enforcement by passing a sanctuary ordinance. The sanctuary ordinance would make Los Angeles a true sanctuary city, completely prohibiting ICE transfers, as LA County did in September of 2020.
Sorry, Sim Racer.
Los Angeles must no longer continue to contribute to the separation of thousands of Angelino families. Thank you.
Sucks when you're out. That's why I always have to have some like break in case of emergency, break glass in
Good
case
morning.
of
Which
emergency,
items would you
always
like
to the
speak
side.
General public.
or like things
Continue.
like
1 minute, go ahead.
concentrates,
Thank
hash or something.
I've been asking for quite some time who's in charge, and I've been reviewing the 2022 recording that LA Time, the audio. It's quite interesting. On the 37th minute, our
I don't know,
current
Renee.
councilwoman is brought up.
You
And,
saw, I just sat in here,
the
turned it on, I
entire
was giving him
duration of
love.
that conversation
Bit my
is
nose.
about what the interest of her mentors are.
Thought it almost bled. It
And
didn't. Then he
For
bit
10
my
years
arm
now,
right
I've been
here.
doing
Didn't bleed. But
consultation work with
didn't
nonprofits,
feel
small
good.
businesses, and community members.
Been mean all morning.
And I charge for
What do
that.
you mean for? What's
The
wrong
work
with you?
that was stolen from me June 20th, June
Why don't you go lay
24th by
down?
CD1 is inappropriate. And I want to have some understanding as the closed sessions and all these wonderful agenda points that you are not making public. We can see
Oh,
the
Stacy's birthday
malice
tomorrow?
tendencies that is taking place.
So, Mark,
I just want to make you aware that I see you.
happy birthday, Stacy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy New Year.
Happy birthday.
Next speaker.
Oh, viewer discretion is advised. Goat development.
Good morning. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Thank you, criminal. Yes, so let's see here. Let's see what items do we have to speak on today here.
Gave you a bunch
Can
of
I
cottage
speak
cheese
on number
and your
15?
food twice today.
Let's see.
You're
Let me
mean
ask
to
Bob.
Daddy? What's
Go
wrong
ahead.
with you?
Okay, thank you.
Being
We'll
boy.
get to the agenda. Okay. Let's see here. CD number 10. Fuck CD number 10. That's that unelected cunt. We don't want the
Heather
cunt
Hutt.
hunt. We don't want her to be winning elections. So we don't want this. But it's from the RAPE program. And then 14, CD 14 and number 16. In honor of the late Fernando Valenzuela, we will support Kevin's motion today on item 16. Yes. Then we have number 17. CD5, Katie fucking cunt Yaroslavsky on South MS Drive. That's a nice place to live. The REAP has been canceled. Thank you. And again, Kevin giving back money on CD14 to landlords. Thank you again. But look, we have Nithya Raman. We have a CD4 update. Noodle, 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 noodle. Yes, that's right, people. You heard it right. Nithya giving into landlords, devouring her vow of socialism to the Communist Party. Yes, look at Hugo Stalin right now. He's having a headache over this. Yes, it's true. She's selling out. She's
Hugo
selling out,
Stalin.
Hugo, but I have hope for you. And then we get to that rotten little Tracy Beach Park, or whatever name she's using lately. You know, the one with the new expensive pretty handbag. Oh, and this episode is brought to you by Coach for all your handbag needs. Okay, so
All right,
number 20.
That is not on the agenda. I need you to stick to the agenda. I'm going to move you to general public comment.
Why don't okay, just let me get to 21. You can shut the fuck up and I can speak, okay? So now we get to CD1. That's on topic. Let's see here. Unisys. Yes, okay. So we have Avenue 58. I drove through there last night in Unisys. I was on that boulevard. Oh, let's give it a hand. Yes. Now, the question that I have for Unisys is, if I see you at the Dodger game Friday night or Saturday, did you pay for that ticket?
This is not on the agenda. Please stick to the agenda. I'm going to move you to general.
Yes. Okay. Number 22, you can shut the fuck up and I can speak. On a CD13 motion from Hugo Stalin, also giving money to landlords. Why, what's going on there, Hugo? So let's see here. 23 CD10.
General public comment.
Yes. So the CD public general comment today is Kevin is going to be giving a mural to the late Fernando Valenzuela. Let's give Dodger fan Kevin a hand. There's never been a better Dodger fan next to the late Gil Cedillo. Yes, I wish Gil was here right now sitting in that seat. He'd be so proud of what Kevin's doing. And Nuri, I wish she was here too. She'd be so proud. But That's why you need to get out and vote for Kevin, because he cares about the Dodgers. You didn't see Eunice step up to pay for that mural. No, Kevin did that before the unfortunate announcement. Kevin was willing to spend his own money to give that fine man his mural, irregardless. So it's not a political stunt. This comes from Kevin's heart to the community. Vote for Kevin De Leon. He's the real deal. And fuck you, Imelda.
Just fuck you, Imelda. Oh, Imelda's not even there. She's not even in the room. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you, Mark. Thank you, Terry, as well.
The name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Yeah, rest in peace to El Toro, Mark.
Council members, I'm Nam Kim. I'm the founder of the Voice of Wilshire Koreatown community. Today, I came here, member of the Senior Sports Council,
Thank you again, Mark.
Association and Korean Welfare Association Organization, and some residents.
He was a rooftop Korean. I don't know.
First of all, I know the
He may
owner
have
of
been.
this karaoke bar very well.
Asian love guns.
So my heart is very heavy.
I love shooting.
However, I cannot ignore the pain and inconvenience of many residents. So I came here to choose the voice of the residents and convey their voice. What is shocking is that the decision of the commissioner is disregarding fairness and common sense. I cannot understand who the commissioners are making this decision
Speaker,
for.
your time has expired. We have to move on to the next speaker.
Please?
Yeah, Korean food's really good. I had a lot of Korean kids in my elementary school because in Koreatown,
So everybody gets the
they
same
were
amount of time for
overcrowded, so they
general
bust
public
kids
comment.
into
So
certain
you've used
schools.
your
One of them
minute.
was mine.
I apologize. We have to move on to the next speaker.
A lot of young Korean friends.
So, Speaker, if you, Mr. Herman, please
Uh-oh.
do not disrupt this meeting.
Uh-oh.
And Speaker, I need you to vacate the podium, or else you will be subject to Rule 7 and Rule 12.
Hey, don't be talking to the rooftop Korea like that, bro.
I'm top player hater from Korea. You bitches better recognize.
Fucking Mr. Herman.
Okay,
He's
so
pissed. He ain't
Speaker,
going
I'm going
nowhere.
to need you to vacate the podium. This is your first and only formal warning. Again, everybody only gets the same amount of time. And just to be clear, if people have additional comments in writing that they would like to share, you are allowed to do so. But when it comes to the public comment portion, you need to stick to, we give everybody the same amount of time. Good morning. If you could please remind us of the name that you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Defender of Ants, item 15 in public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the item.
Yeah, 15, you guys are removing property from the homeless, the unhoused, just like Inside Safe. I've watched numerous Inside Safe clearing of encampments. I saw one without any notice, no notice to any of the unhoused. But what is really frustrating is you're alleging that there's services.
So, Speaker, this is not related to the rent escrow program, so you're welcome to speak to this during general if you'd like.
This is about the Los Angeles Housing Department, right? Item 15?
Item 15 is a rent escrow program item. So I'm going to move you to general public comment. You can continue speaking for your 1 minute for
All
general.
right. So I've been at gunpoint 7 times by LAPD, 7 times. All right? The Church of Scientology is a cult. One of the victims that was raised in Scientology is here. Hopefully she shares her story. Who is getting paid by the Church of Scientology to allow all those swattings on us, all the protesters, all the restraining orders that we beat. I just beat a case last week for protesting on L. Ron Hubbard Way that's been closed since June. Children are auditing men, asking questions about anal sex and masturbation. Who is being paid by Scientology on this council? How dare you allow Scientology to continue? And why is ZDT, the one calling in the swatings, not under arrest for saying he's going to rape a minor?
CDT?
Next speaker.
Who is he talking about? CDT? Anybody?
Hi, are translation services in Korean available?
Hi, Taylor.
So if they weren't requested ahead of time, I do not believe we have a Korean interpreter on staff right now.
Okay. No.
But for anybody who would like interpreter services, if you let us know 48 hours in advance, we will do our best to have an interpreter here.
Fine, thank you. I'm speaking on item 23 about the CUB license for 3300 West 8th Street. My name is Patty Wong, and I'm here on behalf of my parents who purchased a condo at 848 Arolo in 2010, which is within 600 feet of the location. Together, my elderly parents and I have gathered over 100 signatures opposing this license. It took us about 5 days working in the nighttime, daytime, and on the weekends. These neighbors work hard and can't take time off their job today, so I'm speaking on behalf of them. We've had local residents call and complain to LAPD about noise and drunk people coming out of the front of this location, trash and vomit all over, especially within the last 2 years. The karaoke bar has been built out illegally and operating illegally with no ABC license, no business license. We know Vice is raided a couple times to no avail. They always come back, and no one ever comes to assist the neighbors. We followed up with noise complaints and been told there's just not enough patrols. The last thing we need in this neighborhood is this karaoke bar and the CUB license. So I respectfully request that you take a look at this and push it into a different committee further. Thank you.
No karaoke bar for you, sir or ma'am.
Audit LA, Amanda Burke, Yaya Sinwar, Ron Hubert,
And Mike Hawk.
and Laura FM. Please line up.
Good morning. I would like to speak
Is that the
on
dead person,
all agenda items
Sinwar?
and public comment, please.
That must
Good morning.
have
And
been
which
Herman
name
who
did you
signed
sign
that
up under?
Audit LA.
Okay, so yes, you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items.
Yes, thank you, sir. Okay, first I want to talk about the REAP program. It seems like we're losing a lot of housing that is much needed. One of them's in Mr. Martinez's district. So can we request that you search out other places that would be applicable? I can give you a couple of addresses. 4810 Sunset Boulevard. There's 500 rooms, I believe. Elevators, everything. Very, I think it's probably nice, except for the blasted planters that are not ADA compatible. There's also 4820 Fountain Avenue, which is a hotel. It's already a hotel. So that would be one that maybe we could add on to it. I would love to see that happen. So Mr. Martinez, those are two addresses. Please look into that to get those properties up and running for unhoused individuals. By the way, that's the Church of Scientology and their hotel.
We haven't done the phones yet, Pete.
They have plenty of room because nobody's joining up anymore. But,
Okay, so I'm gonna
anyway.
need you to stick to the agenda items.
Yes,
or you wanna
sir.
review the general?
The other agenda item I would like to talk about is the one with the liquor license. I personally just believe there needs to be a moratorium on how many liquor licenses we give out. Now, am I allowed to talk about why I feel that
So
way?
I do not believe this item's open for public
You
comment.
said it was.
Are you talking about, which item are you talking about? Can you identify? You're talking
Okay,
about
can
item
you pause
23?
my time so I can look for it?
Right.
Because that's not fair. It's a liquor license, and it says that, I want my time paused. I
Okay,
had to go
so
look it
I
up.
believe
These
it's
are the
item
numbers
23.
that you said.
Can you hold our time for just this once?
Now
So
they're
When
holding
you
it.
provide public comment, we can't start and stop everybody's time when they're looking through
If
the
you ask me
agendas.
a question
So
for
we're
a
going to
point of
ask everybody to
clarification.
please come
Yes.
prepared so that you
I
know
was prepared.
which items. Hold on. You don't need to respond. This goes for everybody. So that you know which items and can identify which items you're speaking to.
I said all
believe you're
items.
speaking to 23, so please start our time again.
What's the numbers?
Give her back 10 seconds.
It was on the numbers that you, yeah, it was right. Hold on, pause. You're the one. See, you're doing my time. And
I
it was
believe it's 23.
23. Oh, there was another one. No.
Cops are right there.
I can't find it right now, but there's an item there for
LAPD.
a liquor license for a karaoke bar, and you took up a lot of my time. I don't appreciate it. The reason I don't want you to do it is because I've observed a lot on this a bar with the liquor license, CUPs, all that called La Poubelle. Okay, and after observing them, I realized the city is zero on making sure that anyone follows their CUPs. Okay, so I had somebody, I wasn't even doing anything but scooting by, and I had a cigarette flicked at me. You're not allowed to smoke within 10 feet of it, all kinds of things happening. So you guys are not able to do that. I mean, you don't enforce anything. It's like lawlessness. And I just do, for Gadfly, I do want to say that God is relevant for every, on every item.
General public comment?
Thank you. Well, for my public comment, well, it's great that nobody's here to listen to it, so I guess I don't know, does it really matter? I'm here to support Mr. Henry Marini, okay? And thank you, Mr. McCosker. You're the only one, you are the only one who listens, and I appreciate you. He is facing charges. He's facing jail time because the Church of Scientology had the entire encroachment of the entire Catalina, where nobody could get in and out of their cars. I couldn't go with the chair off, out of Access Paratransit, and all he did was roll it up so we could get by. There was no permits for it. There was no anything for it. The people who put it there, the Church of Scientology, did not get fined, did not required to put permits, nothing. But he's looking at jail time, and I asked the attorneys, please ask them. It's a bogus. Putting him in jail or trying to put him in jail or convicting him is bogus. Have them drop. Heidi needs to drop those charges now. It's ridiculous.
An Axios report. This
Before
year's
the next
average
speaker
ticket.
begins, I will call the last name. Hassan Sinwar.
The average ticket is $1,368, almost exactly double last year's average ticket of $685. To see the Dodgers in the 2020 World Series was $689.
General comment.
$1,400 for the average ticket at
I'm
Dodger
Laura
Stadium.
Anderson. I'm here talking again, attached with Henry and Auda LA regarding the Church of Scientology. I call it the cult of Scientology. I was a child born and raised in this organization. I was the child instructed later in my child career. You're not allowed to be a child in Scientology, to be hiding crimes, criminal assaults, rape, pedophilia through auditing of Scientology because they're a religion. There are protesters every single day protesting the church, the cult of Scientology, like myself, who didn't and aren't allowed to speak to their family members anymore. I am demanding that the city look into the people getting paid, gifted money, and little donations from Scientology. If you know what I'm talking about, if you're receiving them, you're going to be exposed. Heidi, stop signing off on ROs or restraining orders.
Okay, so, Speaker, your time has expired. So, the gentleman in the blue jacket with the bun, this is your first and only warning. Please do not disrupt this meeting, including public comment. Next speaker. So I'm being told that there are no other speakers. So, Mr. President, I believe we've exhausted public comment in the room. Would you like to move to virtual public comment?
The audio's fine. It's just
Yes,
when you have people that don't know how mics work, that's when the problem
Caller
arises.
with the digits ending in 725.
Hold on just a second. I don't know if people can hear you because of the disturbance outside. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Caller with the digits ending in 7255. You may speak.
Is it Jason?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear
Oh,
you.
the
Which
Great
items would
Panderer?
you like to speak to?
You're muted, 7255.
Shout out to the
Please
DEI
unmute
hire.
yourself.
audio guy. Just trying to figure it out. I can look at him and see.
You're muted. Yes, we can
Hello?
hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead. Which items would you like to speak to?
Look at the DEI
Well,
sound guy.
sir, City Attorney, Mr. City Attorney, your kiosk
Richard.
person, he's playing games with us that call in.
Okay, so
and
Speaker,
locking us out.
Speaker,
Don't jump
no,
on city
Speaker,
agenda.
listen before you, or else
You
you're going to
just
forfeit your
told the lady
time.
to bread the roast
Mr.
beef that
Serrano,
it's not
I
on the
need you to
city
listen.
agenda.
I need you to identify which items
Tell
you'd
him,
like to speak
Richard.
to. You can speak to the other
Tell him,
item
Richard.
that you're trying
All
to now
items and
during
public
general.
comment.
Okay, so for the first 3 minutes, you know the rules. Please stick to the agenda items. You can continue talking about what you wanted to during general
23
afterwards.
And all REAP items, 23 and all REAP items, all items in general.
Go
public
ahead.
comment. With that being said, 23, alcohol licensing. If you're going to allow something, you should be the one attentive to what number it is. Don't ask the public and speak on their time to address what number when you know it's on the agenda.
That's right. 8 up
That's
10.
your job to be on top of, because it was on the screen. You just didn't know, but you didn't stop the time to ask the question.
It's true.
Be attentive to your job.
So
We keep
this is your
getting
last
censored
warning. This
by
is not on the
person
agenda.
running
You
your
can
kiosk.
speak to it during general if you would like.
Alcohol licensing. You just told a woman that she was not on topic because you didn't know what it was. Be attentive to your job. Protect the city, not the council people.
Okay, you've been asked politely multiple times. I'm going
Again,
to
if
move you
you're
to
gonna
general
give
public comment.
licensing to-
Go ahead. You can continue.
No, keep me on. No, REAP items. Keep me on REAP items. Don't go to public comment yet. REAP items.
You are on general
There are
public comment. You were
properties there
asked
that
politely
are-
multiple times. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
See how they do you? You see how they do
Okay,
it?
again, your kiosk person keeps booting us off. De Leon, if you're going to wear a Dodger jacket, why don't you wear a Goyer bag or a black child on your other hand? That'd be more representative of who you are. That's what you spoke to, Mr. Election. Don't do that. And then you went and called out the person running against you for saying fuck the police. There's a lot of sentiment about that. But Officer Podesta, the 77th, I feel the same way about them. Not all PD. Most of them are great people. But again, Jezebel, don't worry about him. He's just bringing attention or deflecting the attention to his Goyer bag situation when they wanted to oust him. God bless everyone.
Your time has
Smoking
expired. Next
can.
caller.
There we go. We was going to get one in. There's
Caller
number
ending in
2.
4208.
Shout out to Richard
Please unmute
Serrano.
yourself.
See how they do you?
Good morning. How you doing, Gross? It's Rob
Good morning.
Kwan. I'd like to speak
Rob
on
Kwan.
general public comment.
Okay,
and
so-
just for the record, it's over a day later, and the two people y'all approved for the Charter Reform Commission still haven't submitted their economic disclosure statements. Yeah. Councilmember Padilla, I want to talk about yesterday's committee meeting. I haven't seen someone chair
Thank
a
you,
meeting
Kim
with
B.
that kind of venomous disdain for the public since Mary Martinez or even Mitch Englander. They at least limited themselves to outbursts. You were consistently rude.
Thank you,
It
Kim
was
B.
like those two spawned a demon baby. You just regularly interrupt people when they have 10 seconds left. That's the most hectic time in trying to wrap up your comments, and you're interrupting them for no good reason. Councilmember Hernandez is buddying up with you and speaking over commenters when she's neither the chair nor the city attorney. Bro, you got to talk to the city attorney about that because they're not holding their time, and that's not appropriate. You guys not understand that Spindler, Herman, they want to trigger you. Like, have a little bit of poise. Grow the fuck up. You're feeding into what they're trying to do.
Smoke.
Do you not get that? Are you that thick-headed?
Speaker, your time has expired. Next caller.
I love it. Tell him, Rob. Yes, they are that dense, Rob. Yes, they are.
3255. Please unmute yourself.
They're like the stupid mackerel. You could just put a fucking nickel in the water and they'll bite it.
Yeah, I called it with a different number today. Which items are you letting
Oh,
us
under
speak
over
on?
6. Under over 6.
So the
Under over
items that are
6.
open
Under
for
over
public
6.
comment are items 15 through 23 and item number 27. So which items would you like to speak to?
So I guess the other ones had a hearing. The other councilors listen to the other committee meetings. I'll speak on general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
All right. So y'all, are any of you going to issue a statement on Kevin's racist outburst yesterday during the council meeting, where he was, yelling about how people, making comments about how people protesting him for being racist, black people protesting him were being, disrespectful and rude. That's kind of racist to say that. So you should all be making statements on that. Yesterday, while people were disrupting because you refused to hear the last two in-person speakers, the LAPD decided to be racist and discriminatory in how they removed people, and specifically targeted the only black woman disrupting, targeted only her for removal. Only black woman disrupting. Everyone else was just kind of ignored. So it seems like they're kind of being racist in how they're removing people. So that's kind of interesting.
Your time has expired.
And Kevin needs to resign.
Dang, he only did. All right, so underwins. Only one.
Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi. Daniel Gus. Substack.com.
Which items?
All items
Shout out to
and
Daniel.
general public comment.
Okay,
well,
so you
I
have
just
3
said
minutes
so.
for the items and
Thank
1
you,
minute
Michelle.
for general.
You
Go
rock.
ahead.
Yeah,
Michelle,
Richard
thank you
Serrano
so
said,
much.
REAP deserves to be spoken about there. You guys do some
Michelle, you
good
rock.
stuff. But like those REAP items and other stuff, you should be moving your 3 hours of presentations from last week to the nuts and bolts, like the REAP items. It's important.
Toilet
it's
paper.
Good work. But this circumstance where people can't comment on those REAP items, and I can be specific if you want me to, Mr. Grote, the stuff that you're dealing with is what you have sown. You are reaping what you sow. I'm going to go to general public comment right now.
Okay, so you have 1 minute.
General public comment, and there will be a story on danielgus.substack.com very, very soon. Does the city realize that its chief veterinarian, Jeremy Prupis, is about to quit, and you do not have a backup plan? Ms. Hernandez, I warned you. Mayor Bass, I warned you. And your chief veterinarian has warned city officials. Someone is going to get bit badly. You are worried about liability and lawsuits. Your chief veterinarian is telling city officials someone's going to get bit badly, and I have proof that city officials have lied about receiving these warnings. Mr. Krikorian lied about receiving these warnings, and I'm going to prove it. Mayor Bass's office, they lied about receiving warnings. Forget about million-dollar settlements. You're going to be paying tens of millions of dollars, and guess what? You keep putting on vendors
Mr. Gus,
and
your time has
commissioners
expired.
and consultants that you have no...
Dang, they dogged him. Hung
Calling
up on
user
him.
3, unmute yourself.
Notice that people are using different numbers
Caller
to get
user
in.
3, I think I just heard you, so I think you're
You have to
unmuted.
use a Google
Go ahead.
number to
Which
get
items
in.
would you like to speak to?
Jason? Brock?
Caller user 3, this is your last opportunity to speak.
Brock?
Which items would you
Jason?
like to speak to? Again, caller user 3. Okay, so we can't hear caller
Hung up
user
on
3, so we're
him.
going to have to move on to the next caller.
He got hung up on. Must be Jason.
Caller with the digits ending in 8015. Please unmute yourself.
I don't mind Brock
Caller
as
with
much.
the last 4 digits 8015, please unmute yourself. Which items would you
Leah.
like to speak to?
All items in general public
Robit.
comment.
Okay, good morning. You have 3 minutes
I haven't
for the
heard her
items
in a
and
while.
1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Okay. Item 16 is for the removal of 2857 East Cincinnati Street from the REAP account, where criminals like indicted Kern Price and sleazy Marquise Dawson regularly confiscate properties for personal gain. In my opinion, this property should receive a yes vote so they cannot steal it from the owner. On the other hand, in my opinion, this item should receive a no vote if Sleazy Dawson, Sleazy indicted out on bail criminal Kern Price, and our unelected Heather Hutt are allowed to vote, as I believe the property could end up in one or all of their names instead of the owner. Item 17, for the removal of 467 South Armaz Drive property from the REAP account. The REAP program for this property should be used to assist the property owners, but the incompetent self-serving black criminals of this corrupt government use it to steal properties for themselves. In my opinion, this property should receive a yes vote so they cannot steal it from the owner. On the other hand, in my opinion, this item should receive a no vote if Sleazy Dawson, corrupt indicted out on bail criminal Kern Price, and or unelected Heather Hutt are allowed to vote, as I believe the property could end up in one or all of their names instead of the owner. Item 18 is for the removal of 15046 West Dickens Street from the REAP account. In my opinion, this REAP program for this property should be used to assist the property of owners in maintaining ownership of their property. However, the incompetent self-serving black criminals of this most corrupt local government in the history of the U.S. used it to place liens and steal the property for themselves. In my opinion, this item should receive a yes vote. On the other hand, in my opinion, this item should receive a no vote if Sleazy Marquise Dawson, corrupt indicted out on bail criminal Kern Price, and or unelected 5 Heather Hutt are all allowed to vote, as I believe the property could end up in one or all of their names instead of the owner. General public comment.
Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Is anybody out there, thank you, is anybody out there stupid enough to vote yes on any of these propositions to raise their own taxes so our corrupt government can squander more?
Yes, there are people
The
stupid enough.
LA Sleazy Council is the most corrupt local government in the history of the United States. The black community has zero representation from these incompetent, corrupt, sellout, self-serving, indicted black Uncle Tom criminal members of this corrupt city council. Petty, pink-faced, corrupt Armenian dictator Ku Klux Klan appointed Sleazy Marquise, the most corrupt of them all. Public black faces occupy 20% of the Sleazy Council and county, yet black people are nearly 50% of the homeless, the incarcerated, and the unemployed. Why? Sleazy Marquise Dawson is currently behind the scenes to sell the Black Community State EDD Unemployment Office building on Crenshaw Boulevard for $1 to real estate
Your
developers.
time has expired.
Ku Klux Klan. She's funny. I haven't heard her husband. Hopefully her husband's okay, because her husband used to call in first, and then she was calling in. They'd call in like a duo when we first
All right,
started.
that concludes public comment for this meeting.
damn
Kirk,
it.
what items are available for us to vote on?
No Brock, no
Mr.
Jason.
President, the council may now vote on items 15 through 23.
At least
All
Jason,
right,
at
those
least
items
Richard
are now
got
before
in.
us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
See how they do it?
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Mr. President, there's a request to send item 23 forthwith.
Without objection, that'll be the order. What's next?
The council may
She
now
did a
proceed
great job.
to closed
Yeah,
session
she
for
knows
item
what she's
27.
talking about.
All right, I'll ask the sergeants to prepare the
calling all
room
these
for
fools out.
closed session. That is
That's it.
members, staff of council members, and appropriate staff for this item.
Yeah, shout out to you, Richard, man. Good to see you got to call in and voice your opinion on the matters today. Sad that everybody has to everybody has to use fake numbers and shit, Google numbers just to get in, because otherwise they can't get in. They're looking at your number, they write that number down. Oh, he's an asshole, or he's this. They muted you and skipped you today. It's all good, Jason. I'm pretty sure. That's why I say it's kind of like Richard was saying, they pretend like they're answering the kiosk and that it's just a simple mistake, it's your problem. It's a user error on your problem. And that way they can just go right over the top of you. And with you, Jason, more especially, because it's one thing like with Brock and everybody else, they just call in one time. You call in more than once sometimes. So that's, you know what I mean? They're really looking for you. They really are. I mean, that's why you got radio stations out here talking about you. You know what I mean? You got almost everybody that I can think of has mentioned you. Rob Kwan's mentioned you. Candido's mentioned you. I mean, fuck, who else? I know there's a few that I'm missing. Spindler, I'm pretty sure, has. So, yeah, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, but it's just sad that we can't get a full, 2 hours of just public comment. You know what I mean? Like it should be. Well, instead of, and you notice something too? Nothing about Fernando? They honored the dude. What did BJ say on the 17th, BJ? It became Fernando Valenzuela Day, I think she said, on the 17th of August, if I remember correctly, is what she said. So he was here on August 17th getting an award. And I noticed how thin he looked. He wasn't like really filling his suit out. And they didn't say anything about it. Yeah, public comments over, Draco. August 11th. Sorry, August 11th. Not 17th. August 11th. So he was here August 11th. We saw him. Because I remember seeing him like, oh shit, is that Fernando? And it was. And they awarded him the day. You know what I mean? It's Fernando Valenzuela Day, August 11th. And, again, not to say anything. They try to glance over 9/11, saying they did something. I don't remember it. Nobody else remembers it. And I could tell you, when you give you 10 minutes to each one knee-bending event to everybody who's not, from this country originally, you give all of them, and I'm no offense to them, give them each 10 minutes. You could have gave the people that died in this country, which are some of those people that you knee bend for too, I assure you, if we look down the list. So, just sad. You know what I mean? They the way they treat their own constituents and people like myself who would never vote for them ever for anything. I wouldn't give them a penny if they needed it to not be starving. I'd take the penny and chuck it. Tell them into the bushes, go find it. That's what I'd tell them. It's in there somewhere. Good luck. Or I'd put it down the drain. It's in there. Go get it. I have no sympathy for any of these people. They're all self-serving, and they do nothing for the city but other than pat their own backs, saying how nice they do, what great work they're all doing, how fantastic they all are. Well, I get it too, Richard. They haven't said too much because the onset was so fast. But again, they're not the Dodgers. I figured the least they could do is recognize it, other than just De Leon wearing a jacket. I mean, he at least recognized it, like him or not, right? That's all I'm saying. I just think that, their priorities are way out of whack. As they say, they got us fucked up. They really do. They really think you're that fucking stupid. And I get it. Some are. Some are that fucking dumb. But what can you do? All right, guys. So I guess I'm going to hop off here. At least we got something in. Quick one today. An hour and 14 minutes in and out. Yeah, you missed it, Sam. I mean, it was all right. You might want to go back and watch it. There were some few funny spots. So I just think I'm going to hop out for now. Keep the notifications on in case there's a chase. Remember, Friday, we got 2 shows. As long as these motherfuckers come to work. I did not stream last night, Draco. I had to help my mom. So, yeah. That stuff comes first. So hopefully we get us a chase. I'll be here. I'm just going to be loading up cards. So hopefully we get us a nice police chase. I'm not leaving anywhere. But other than that, have a fantastic hump day, because it is hump day, everybody. It is that day.
Hump day, yeah!
Yeah! Other than that, on behalf of Stink Bomb, who's been mean all morning, and myself, I guess we're out of here for now. Thank you for the likes, the love. The donations were huge. You guys were super kind. And I just want to say thanks for all the fun and the laughs. And I guess that's it. So please enjoy the rest of your day and week. I'll see you Friday for double shows. And pray for a chase, and hopefully we'll catch it. All right, guys. Have a good one.
This party is officially over.
Yeah, you guys. I'm a going home.